A few months ago, we took some time to discuss cosplay with the cosplayers themselves. What we wanted to know was, who were you wearing? Who was the character? What was the story behind it? So when we came to MCM Comic Con Manchester, it seemed only fitting that we'd ask that question all over again. Who were you wearing?
I'm wearing Inspector Gadget. I did a female version of it.
I am a sole survivor from Fallout 4, and so is he.
I'm FemShep from Mass Effect.
We are the Wigan Ghostbusters.
I am Daenerys Targaryen from Season 7, Game of Thrones.
And I'm Jon Snow.
I'm cosplaying as Jack from Mass Effect 3. I'm wearing Barth from Spaceballs.
Just a generic Time Lord.
Well, obviously knowing why the characters are so cool, because I'm a fan of the show, why did you pick them?
We started watching Game of Thrones when we started dating, so it was what we did on our date night. So we got really into the show and we thought we're finally getting to do a Comic Con together, so we do a couple's costume, and we had to go with Game of Thrones, and from the most recent season, just because we enjoyed it so much.
And did the revelations at the end of the season make you question your decisions about this costume or not?
A little bit.
So
I didn't tell any of my cousins that I was wearing this costume, let's put it that way.
That's fair, yeah. And in terms of the work that's gone in, did you make these costumes? Are they bought? Did you put the work in?
I made them both.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
I started them in April, I think, and I did a little bit at a time. I only work part-time, so I had a lot of free time to work on it. But we live 200 miles apart, so I had to, every time he came, it was, throw this on, wear this, try this, I need to measure you for this. And when he turned up last time, it was too short, so I had to lengthen it and hope it covered everything that needed to be covered.
It gets a bit awkward because I'm from Doncaster, but I work down in Portsmouth, so I'm travelling quite a lot and all. So then meeting Katie up in Wolverhampton, it made it quite difficult, didn't it?
Lots of scheduled fittings
that
he had to be at, or else. So.
And just how warm are you right now?
Warmer than I was yesterday. I was wearing less clothes yesterday, but it's all right. My head's a bit warm. Yeah. This is not my real hair, in case you can't tell. So.
Now, Mass Effect is a game with lots of lore, lots of story, lots of great characters. Obviously, Shepard is the lead character. Yeah. Is that why you chose her, or is there more than that?
I just really love the series in general, especially Jennifer Hill's voice acting. I just think it's amazing. So it was kind of an easy choice to pick FemShep.
People often say that the better story is told with FemShep. Do you think so? Have you played both, or what do you think?
I mean, I don't want to, Mark Mear's a great voice actor and everything. I wouldn't want to say he's bad or anything like that, but I think personally playing as a woman, it's just so much better playing as another woman and not having just this big burly man that can do everything like every other man. So it's just great having a female character who's just as good as the male character.
And the costume, is it all built yourself, or?
Yep,
yeah?
Every single bit.
And how long did it take to make?
2 months.
2 months, okay. And is that all, is it we're looking with foam, or what do we work with mostly?
Lots of Viva foam, this is MDMF with a bit of PVC piping in, and then lots of spray paint. This is actually my second cosplay.
Oh, cool. What did you do before?
Moira.
Oh, nice. Good choices. And what made you pick Barth?
Always been a big fan of John Candy, one of my favourite films growing up, so it felt like a good tribute to the man himself.
And the costume that we're looking at here, how long did it take you to put it all together?
About 3 months, mostly just the tail.
And is this a first cosplay? Is it one of many cosplays?
This is my second, but it's the first one that I built myself, pretty much. The only shot part bought of this is the boiler suit. That tail was the bit that took about 3 months to make.
And do you share cosplay, the process anywhere? Do you post it online and share that kind of place? Or?
I have got a cosplay page on Facebook, Eagle5 Cosplay, obviously. But generally I just show the finished products when it's done, because I do little bits each night in between work.
And what do you think the coolest part is of wearing a character like this? A character that perhaps not everybody knows. But when you get that realization that someone else is really into it. What's that like?
I love, my favourite thing when you're walking around is hearing the people saying, oh my God, Spaceballs, I forgot about that. I'm going to have to go home and watch that film. And it is nice to be recognised when you're doing something, as you say, so different. Little bit disheartening when you see the kids look so confused as their parents get so excited, but...
Amazing.
I've named the character the Thespian because I'm an actor, so...
That's very cool. Very cool. So it's your own character then, based on a wider kind of fandom.
Yes.
How long did it take you to put it together?
I cheated, actually, because my friend put it together. So I think it took her about 2 days to do, so pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you regularly cosplay? Is this the first time, or...?
This is my second time cosplaying. I cosplayed at the Sci-Fi Weekender as well, so... Yeah.
And what's the thing you're most looking forward to this weekend?
Just seeing all the different cosplays. I'm new to all this stuff, so half the people I don't know who they are, but they all look cool, so it's awesome.
That's the best way. And it seems obvious from the outside, but these characters yours, the original characters based on the ones, or...?
No, we based our characters on ourselves, basically, because we're part of the franchise of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, cool.
Actually registered with Ghost Corps as well, over in America.
Amazing.
Yeah, so...
I did think it all looked a little bit too good. So, I mean, was it built yourselves? Did you put it together, or...?
Yeah, well, I built mine out of styrofoam and that lot, so... Shock. You built yours
I built mine out of plywood.
Amazing.
So, PVA impact plywood.
How long did it take to build?
Around about 3 months in total.
3 months. Wow.
Mine took about a month of planning and about 2-3 weeks to actually build the paint and that lot.
Oh, it looks amazing. So is this the first build, or have you done other things like this before, or?
No, I've done a few prototype builds now.
Yeah.
So.
Did it get easier, or?
Yeah, just about.
I've done 2. I did my first one, which is that pack, and then this one, which was the second one, which probably took me half the time to do.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because you've learned how to do it.
Experience goes a long way, huh?
And Google.
Yes. I love Mass Effect, so there's a lot of really cool characters in that. So why Jack out of all of them?
Well, out of all the female companions that you can have, Jack is the most badass in my opinion, apart from Tally.
Love Tally. Do you cosplay regularly? Is this the first time, or one of many characters?
This is actually my second Comic Con in cosplay. Last year I came here to MCM Manchester and I was Morticia Adams.
Very cool. Very cool. And what are you looking forward to today most of all?
Well, actually yesterday I had the best day ever. I met Jennifer Hale, got her autograph and photo.
Fantastic. Awesome. And how long does it take you to put that together? Because I can see you've got props and bits and everything else.
Yeah, so the hat took the longest. Took quite a few hours tweaking it to make sure it balances right, and making sure I get the right bits and the right parts. But yeah, that was hard.
Is it heavy?
Fairly.
Yeah.
I tried to make it as light as possible. Obviously, I don't want to squash my head to pieces, but yeah, it's fairly heavy.
And was Inspector Gadget was the idea because it was just a cool looking character, or is there a reason behind why you chose him?
I just thought it was cool, and to make it a female version, just something a bit different.
Definitely. It's very. So, did you make the costumes?
We made all of the armour apart from the Pip-Boy and the weapons. The Vault suit was bought from Mick Costumes, but weathered by myself with an airbrush.
Very cool. How long did it take to put it all together and complete it all?
We started in April, but then we had a massive break because I'm at university.
Right.
So I procrastinated for about 2 months and then finally got back to it last week. So it was an interesting build and it was an experience, but we got it done.
Just in time, very nice. Yeah.
Several mental breakdowns.
Mental breakdowns and meltdowns and hissy fits, but I made it, kind of. Only one part has fallen apart so far, so...
But it's okay, because the armor's put together that way, you would never know. You would never know unless told.
Exactly! It's a learning curve.
Made
Nuka-Cola! And you can actually drink it, and I'm having to stop him all day from drinking it because it's lemonade, and I'm like, you're ruining the prop, and he's like, but I'm thirsty, and it's £2 for a bottle of Coke.
That's reasonable. Why did you choose Survivors from Fallout? What was the idea behind that then?
I'm a massive Bethesda nerd. I have 2 Skyrim world records.
Nice.
So when Fallout 4 came out, I fangirled completely. Although it's not New Vegas and it's not Fallout 3, I still love it. And when it first came out, I really wanted to cosplay it, but I wasn't confident in my armor abilities. So the past 2 years, I've learned, and I finally did it. He funded it, I made it.
If it works,
It works.
So how many hours did you put into your longest Fallout playthrough?
Probably about...
I've got a survival mode run through that's about 80 hours.
Mine's about 400, but I'm a completionist. I have to complete everything, every aspect of every game I play.
Nice.
So
I've got 10 different playthroughs.
So we're misses, but it's okay.
That's awesome. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
The great thing about doing Who Are You Wearing is it allows us to see the passion that people have for their characters and for the work they put in to bring them to life. That's something that's really wonderful to see, and I hope to see it more and more at cons all over the country in the years to come. This has been another edition of Who Are You Wearing from Nerd OD.